Rise Up ATL, Brandon Rogers. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, and good evening. Jerry Poor, hello and good evening. Thumbs up if you can hear me fine. Just leave a thumbs up so I know that you can hear me. That's probably the air conditioner. How about now? How about now, Rise Up? A little better? Nah, I'm driving. The AC was on now. But it keeps falling off when I put it. How about now? Can you hear me better now? I'm just gonna hold it in my left hand, drive. Okay. I'm sure you can hear me now. If you can't, that's your own problem. Jimmy Graham is back with the New Orleans Saints. Never in a million years would I have imagined that he'd be back. Brandon Rogers, nice try. Nice try there. Jimmy Graham's career literally went on a hiatus whenever the Saints traded him to the Seahawks. And for 8-9 seasons, he really just wasn't it. Did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Scored a touchdown here and there, but he was absolutely irrelevant. Drew Brees made that guy. The Saints made that guy. And he's back on the team. I think it's cool to see. Don't get me wrong. I think it's pretty cool to see. However, there are some things to keep in mind. Number one, he's old. He's old. He's not the same guy that he was in 2011, 12, 13, 14. He's old. Number two, there's no guarantee that he's even going to make the roster. Considering our tight end room is not that deep, he probably will. But realistically, I mean, what kind of effect is he going to have for the team? His role the last, I don't know how many seasons, when he was with Chicago, the Packers, Seattle, has been very, very slight. He hasn't been asked much of himself. So it's going to be kind of hard to see him playing a bigger role when for the last 8 years he hasn't really been playing that big of a role. I mean, in his 20s, whenever we had him in his 20s, he was playing that role, but now I think personally, I think he's past his prime. 36 years old, man. There's not much you can really say about that. I think it's cool to see Jimmy Graham back on the team. It's kind of like if, I don't know, any kind of washed up player that just wanted to, you know, let me put it like this. It's like Udonis Haslem with the Miami Heat. That guy absolutely has no freaking asset, or is absolutely no asset to the Miami Heat by any means. He's old. He's 41, 42 years old. That guy cannot do anything to produce. He's useless. All he is somebody to sit there and support the team for pure support. That's it. And right now, I'm getting those kinds of vibes from Jimmy Graham. Like, I don't think he's going to be that big of an impact that everybody thinks is going to be. I hope I'm wrong, but I just don't think it's going to be that good. I think he's going to be on the team. We're going to think about him for a little bit and think, okay, when is he going to come in the game? And then about midway through the year, I feel like we're going to forget that he's on the team. I've seen it happen with many New Orleans Saints. You know, you get the signing, you're like, oh my God, they're on the team. And then midway through the year, you forget they're on the damn team. I mean, look at Adrian Peterson. I forgot he was even on that even played for the Saints for 4 games. Who else we got? Chris Hogan. I forgot he even played for the damn Saints for a few games. You know, I feel like this is going to be one of those situations, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope he plays a bigger role. I just don't see it. And over the years, I did lose a lot of respect for Jimmy Graham. The way he handled being traded, and back in 2018 when he had some very interesting words to say about the Saints whenever deciding between us and going to Green Bay. It rubbed me off the wrong way. 100%. So when it comes to Jimmy Graham, I'm very, you know, I don't dislike Jimmy Graham. He was my favorite player at one point, 100%. Loved him. He was Alvin Kamara back in 2011. I mean, the guy was incredible. The guy was awesome. Loved him. Had that same impact. But, you know, over the years, you know, you learn, and, you know, you get over, and you realize, okay, he wasn't what we thought he was going to be. And it's cool to see him back on the team just for, you know, nostalgia, but I don't think the impact is going to be what everybody thinks it's going to be. No, it's cool. Nothing wrong with keeping his jersey. Nothing wrong with keeping his jersey. Get me a McFlurry real quick. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm getting me a McFlurry. Unless they say the ice cream machine is down.
Can I get for you?
Can I get an Oreo McFlurry? And that's it.
31.
Thank you. Oh yeah, that's true. Des Bryant. I forgot about him because he never played. He was talking about playing. The Saints started throwing the X up in games. Rise Up. I know you didn't ask me if I was going. I know you're asking Jerry, but no, the machine's not broken. They're actually going to make me my ice cream this time. I know you asked Jerry if he's going to any games, but what's up, Jedi? What's up? Long time no see, Last Jedi. Brute Saint, my guy. Okay, back to just what I was telling Rise Up. I actually started, I got me like a little side budget, I guess you can say. Like every time I get paid every week, I'm going to be putting a little money to the side. And that's going to go specifically towards like what I call shits and giggles. So like Saints tickets, all that other bullshit. So I'm trying to commit to that so I can go to as many games as I can. because a lot of people have the hookups. I don't got it like that. Maybe here and there I'll get people ask me, hey man, you want to go to the game? And I'll be like, yeah, sure. But there are a lot of people that know people, and they get those nice seats to the Saints games, and they're not even really diehard fans. They're just there because they know some freaking wealthy person that has tickets. Oh, my dad's friend has this business. He got us some good tickets to the game, all this other bullshit. And it's usually just a bunch of chicks just getting drunk at the game. Like, there's no passion. You know, any other week, you look on, you know, they'll post on social media during the Saints game, and they're not. Any other week, they'll post on social media during the Saints game. What the fuck, man? She keeps on sending me a freaking notice. Any other week, they'll post on social media during the Saints game, you know, out doing something. You know, they're not watching the game or anything. They don't care about the game. But then the next week, you'll see them sitting in the 100 section with a drink in their hand because they know somebody. Like, that shit just has always pissed me off. Like, there's no justice in that. Yeah, I agree, Rise Up. I agree. I agree. That's how I feel. Instead, you got all these bitches that have friends and are in fraternities and all this shit that, oh, I know this dude that his dad can give us the hookup on the Saints tickets and all this other bullshit. And, oh, no, I don't even know who they're playing. I'm not even watching the game. I'm just there because they're good seats and everything. Like that, I can't, like, I just don't respect that. I don't respect that. And it's not fair. It's not fair to people that really are dedicated to the team, but don't have all the money out their ass to buy nice tickets like that every week. I've done it before. I've gotten great seats to the Saints games, specifically the playoff games, when the time rolled around, but I can't do it every single week, and I'm sure as hell not lucky enough to know somebody that would take me. How you doing? Yes, ma'am.
Have a good night, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, Rise Up. Exactly, dude. And it's like, bro, that's not even, you know, there's no justice, man. That's where in the NFL and, you know, you hear people talk about the money aspect of it. That's where the money part comes into play. Like, whenever people say it's all about the money, you know, you talk about players not playing to their full potential because they don't get paid what they want to get paid. But how about, like, just fucking, like, passion in fans? Like, it doesn't matter, like, how passionate you are as a fan. It's all about who you fucking know. And if you know somebody that's got money and is willing to spot you, then they don't give a fuck how passionate you are, you know? You're gonna get those luxuries and shit. So that just pisses me off. How you doing? Thank you. Have a good night. That was quick. That was quick. Yep. 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 And I see it, like, it's not even just the Saints game, it's the Pelicans game. I just see these people that are just like this person doesn't give a fuck about the Saints or the Pelicans. Like, they don't give a shit. They don't even know what channel they play on. They don't even know what game, who they're going up against. They just know that they're going to the game because somebody gave them a ticket. Like, to me, that's just a bunch of... there comes a point, like, where, you know, some people got it, some people don't. I think we play Dallas. It'll be next year, Jedi. We'll play in Arlington. So that ought to be fun. That ought to be fun. But I can go on and on about that topic, about fake, undeserving people that get to go to the game because they know somebody that has tickets, because they were born in a rich family or a wealthy family, and their family knows another family that has tickets. It's like, some people ain't got it. Not everybody's got it like that. Yeah, exactly, Rise Up. It's, sucks, but, you know, like I said, it is ultimately a business. It's all about the money, you know. It's all about the money when it comes to shit like that. It's kind of like, I guess you can say, going to college for something while another person doesn't go to college, but they get the job because they know somebody that's associated with corporate or whatnot. Shit like that. Like, if you're going to college to be an engineer and you're working your ass off and you're putting in that work and there's passion there, but you got some motherfucker that didn't even graduate high school and they know somebody that's a part of, like, corporate or something, or they got a family member that's a part of corporate, so they get a job associated with that business without any education on it. Like, it's the same shit. Like, there's no fucking justice. That's just how the world is, bro. Ultimately, it's about who you know. It's good to know people. That's the facts. Like, if you know the right people, then you're probably gonna get hooked up. Does this change my outlook on how I look at the Saints as a team? Like, getting Jimmy Graham, and I know they got some offensive linemen. I forgot the guy's name. I think he was from the Chargers. I forgot the guy's name, but does this change what I think about the Saints? No. I think the Saints are a hit or miss team. They're gonna be average like they were last year, or they're going to win the division and make the playoffs. That's how I feel, Bruce Saint. I don't think I think it's more cool that, you know, the nostalgic part of it, that Jimmy Graham actually is able to likely sign with the team and ride out into the sunset with the Saints But as far as like the impact and, you know, oh yeah, this makes us a contender now, no. 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 That's why I am still holding my breath with the Saints. I'm not jumping up and down and expecting things. Now, unconsciously, we expect things because we're human beings. So whenever something doesn't go our way, we're unconsciously disappointed. That's just being human, but being mindful about expectations and knowing that sometimes it's inevitable is the big thing. So I know that, like, okay, if they lose a game that I think they're going to lose, deep down I already knew. But I guess it's like the small details that really get to you. It's the small details. Like how it happened. But, I mean, it's easy to say something as generic as, oh, if the Saints go 7-10, I would not be shocked. But it's also another thing to say that if the Saints start 6-4 and end up finishing 7-10, that's a whole nother deal. That's a whole nother, like, that's a very catastrophic way to go 7-10. So you know what I mean? There's a difference between, you know, expecting or accepting the fact that the bigger picture is going to happen, but the smaller details within the picture and how it happens is really what we get disappointed about. So, yeah. Like I said, I'm really practicing not to speak more or say more than I can chew, or bite more than I can eat more than I can chew. Whatever that damn metaphor is, I don't want to bite more than I can chew. I guess I'm in that little state. I don't want to speak too soon or count my chickens before my eggs hatch. So I'm really trying to be mindful of that. So at least I can say, hey, I didn't talk all this reckless shit before the season just in case we do suck. Because ultimately, I mean, the Saints have talent. I've said that. The Saints have talent. I'm not worried about the talent on the team. I'm worried about the leadership, I'm worried about the coaching, and I'm worried about the maturity level of the team. That's what I'm worried about. Really, the coaching. And there's no coach that I'm worried more about or completely, like, just, I gotta close my eyes, hold my breath every time I know that this coach is calling plays or whatnot. There's no other coach that I feel like that. There's no coach that I feel more like that about than Pete Carmichael, because that guy is just that guy's just pathetic. I still think that guy's a pathetic excuse for an assistant coach or offensive coach or whatever you want to call him. There was some kind of chirping about how him and Derek Carr were getting along and getting on the same page. Bruh, like, I feel like, bro, like, Derek Carr should not be defending that guy. Like, I hope Derek Carr knows what he's getting into, in other words. Like, I really hope he knows what he's getting into, because I just don't trust this guy. I don't trust Pete Carmichael. I think he's an idiot. I think he was piggybacked his entire coaching career by Sean Payton. I mean, Sean Payton was the one calling the plays. He was just sitting on the sideline, not doing anything, just watching the game. He basically got a free ticket to the sideline to watch the game. That's all Pete Carmichael did for his entire career, and I think this guy is just an idiot. So, I mean, hey, could I be wrong? I don't want to say I could be wrong, but, like, I guess anything's possible. I guess I could be wrong if he proves me wrong, but I gave that guy the benefit of the doubt last year, and he sucked. And I really do believe that if the Saints don't go where they want to go this year, it's going to be because the offense and that guy. I think he's an idiot. I think he's vanilla. He's just too generic with his play calling. He doesn't think outside the box. He has no game. Like, you talk about you know, in the dating world, you know, oh, this guy's got game, or this guy knows how to play his cards. Pete Carmichael's got no fucking game. Like, it is so generic what he does. Very generic. And it's not even funny. Like, there's no thinking outside the box with that guy. He's got no game. I don't know many offensive coordinators in the NFL or coaches that would have made offensive coordinators if they were hired, but I gotta think that you can't get worse than Pete Carmichael. You score. I mean, you look at the facts. Last year, you scored 10 points in a game. You score 14 in a game. You score 13 in a game, 10 in another game, 0 in a game, 16 in a game, 13, but you get a pick. I mean, they scored pretty much 13 against Philadelphia, but they got that pick 6. 7 against the Panthers. Like, that's half the damn season where you're scoring like 16 points or less on offense. Come on now. I'm confident in the defense. I'm not worried about the defense. But you can't just play defense and expect to score points. Yeah, Brute saying exactly. Exactly. Carmichael's a bum. But, I mean, all I can do is sit here and bitch and piss and moan and complain about it. I can't do anything about it. I think he's generic. I think he has no game, no swag, no sauce, nothing. I'm not worried about the defense. I feel bad for the defense, though, because they constantly have to pick up the slack of that offense that sucks so bad. So, but, hey, football's almost here. On Sunday, we will have exactly 42 days until then, I believe. Yeah, I believe so. I believe we'll be 42 days away from football come Sunday. So that's good news. I mean, you can ask Siri, what day was it 42 days ago? It was probably like June 10th or something, a week before my birthday. My birthday feels like it was just yesterday. I got a ticket on my birthday. So, you know, just kind of, I guess, pretty much picture, you know, for me, I guess, my birthday up to this point, and that's all that it's going to take to get to the first week of the season. It's right there. It's going to be here. But, hey, guys, I'm about to go inside, eat my McFlurry, and then go to bed. So, you guys take it easy, and I'm out.